Action.
Hi, welcome to Talk to the Doc. And for the next couple sessions, we're going to do a little bit of a different format. I hope it's okay. I know that a lot of you, because of the issues with the COVID-19, are homebound and you are scrambling, trying to find meaningful activities for your champs to do while you're at home. And I just want to speak to you just for a moment and tell you, this is an opportunity. You know, it is so rare. Never in my lifetime, and it's a very long lifetime, have I ever seen this happen. So we can look at it two ways. We can look at it and go, what a disaster, this is horrible. Or we can see the good things in it. And we can understand that this gives us an opportunity to really connect with our champs in ways that maybe we haven't before. So the goal is to help you schedule your day and provide meaningful activities so that your champs can be developed educationally, sensorily, and their living skills. So let's get started. The first thing that I would do if I were you, and remember, I've been a mother of little girls, and I know what it takes to keep children, teens, and adults active. And of course, I'm a proud mother of a champ myself. So I believe that routine is very important and visuals are very important. So I developed this for you. This is just a whiteboard, very simple. It has the days of the week and the names of the days. And let me show you, I put down here a schedule that you could follow. Now, remember, things that I'm going to show you today, I have intentionally made them as if I was a mom of a champ. So you're not going to see a lot of fandangle, high-tech stuff because, frankly, I don't have time to do that if I'm a mom of a champ. I just want to show you that you can do this at home right now with the things you have around the house. You don't have to run out and purchase a lot of things, okay? So this is just a whiteboard I found around the house. And here's our schedule. It's really important that we go through and the champs have a schedule. And when they get up, we take a look at what things are we going to do today. Champs right now are anxious. We're anxious. So how do we combat anxious? First, we rely on God's word that tells us be anxious for nothing, but in everything give thanks to God. He's in control. COVID-19 is not a shock to him. It's not a surprise. God's still on the throne, and that's the message that we want to give our champs, whether we believe that completely or not. So when we get up in the morning, I want to be able to have a schedule somewhere. So breakfast, hygiene, that means we're going to take care of toileting, dressing, whatever we need to do, brush teeth, and then we start off the day with prayer and gratitude. Now you see on the calendar it says, I am thankful for. So every single day that we get up, we have a time of prayer, and then I'm writing in what my champ has told me they are thankful for that day. So these are just some of the things that I would imagine they're saying to you. Of course, Papa and Oma, that's my husband and I, we are grandparents, so we're praying that our granddaughter's thankful for us. And you can see some funny things here too, toilet paper. So with this calendar, there's a couple things we want to do. We want them also to identify the date. It's the 17th, happy St. Patrick's Day, and it's Tuesday. Today is March 17th. Yesterday was March 16th, and tomorrow will be March 18th, which happens to be my 31st wedding anniversary. My husband's filming this, so happy anniversary. I love you, baby. Fist bump. We don't want to spread any dirt germs. And then on your calendar, I also, because champs want to know what's happening. So maybe on Friday, you're going to grandma's house. And let me talk to you about these two boxes. So this is Sunday, the 22nd and the 29th. So some of your places of worship may not have services at the brick and mortar house. They may be online, or maybe you can watch someone else online. You notice how I put family church. family church. You are having church as a family. It means you're not going maybe to a brick and mortar house, but as a family, you're going to have church together. And you decide as a parent how you want to do that. So when the champion sees that on the calendar, they understand we still have church, but now we have church with our family. Maybe grandpa and grandma will come over, maybe cousins will come over, and we'll have church. So I believe it's really important for your champs to see a schedule and for you to refer to the schedule often. So this is kind of small down here. You can also use a visual schedule. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a visual schedule for you. This is part of the one I've been working on. I will let you know as soon as I have that up and ready. And then with the schedule, if they can't do all this, we can just do a first then board. Honey, you're really doing a good job with that filming. All right, so let's dive right into the schedule. So we see prayer and gratitude. Then we have movement breaks. You know, it's really important that our champs move. Take a walk, have them jump through hoops, have them jump on their trampolines if you have that. I noticed that a couple of champs, Samantha, you and Connor, took a run the other day. Fantastic. They need to move. Do not let them sit and you go, oh, my kid doesn't like moving. There's got to be something that they like to do. Even if you go to the park and have them run around the park, whatever you need to do, have them do that. If they're immune compromised, have them go in the backyard. If they're in a wheelchair, take them outside and roll them around the driveway. And while you're doing that, have them do arm movements. Anything that they can move, have them move. Next, free time. So after you have a movement break, they get a little free time. Now free time is up to you parents, but if it's going to be screen time, make sure always that you use some visual timer. You can use an egg timer, visual timer, anything to let them know that they are only allowed a certain amount of time for free time. Because what you don't want is your champ to be in some corner stemming, and it's very difficult. I don't know about you, this is just my experience. Once they start watching a movie or once they start stemming, it's hard to pull them out of that to get them to do educational station. So we see the next one after free time. So they've had their free time, they've had their movement time, they've had some of their sensory needs met. Now it's time to get to work. Now parents, this is important. The educational station, I'm going to show you a few things and you're going to say, oh, my champ can't do that. Oh, well, that's too, low. Oh, okay, the idea is to get them to do as many tasks as they can independently. Some tasks you're going to interact with them, but even if the task is a little bit low for them, that's fine. You just want them to have some seat time so their day is structured. If the task is too difficult, I'll show you ways to break it down. It's really important that you keep this schedule, and so let me show you a couple things that are available, which I love. Okay, first and foremost, it's Easter time. So you can begin every day with an Easter egg hunt in your home. How much fun is this? Truly, this is a lot of fun. I remember my girls, I used to do this. We don't have to hunt only on Easter, right? We can hunt all the time. So look what I did with these. So in these eggs, so before my champ even gets up, I would hide these eggs. And I would tell him, now this probably wouldn't be the first educational activity I'd start with. This would probably be the last because this is very engaging. So I would tell him, okay baby, get your basket. Let's go hunt our eggs. So I'm going to pretend that all these eggs are somewhere else, and I always have the golden egg, an egg in which it's the grand prize, okay? So I always hide a very special egg, and I hide it really well, and sometimes they look for days, right? But that's the motivation. So the other motivation with these eggs is I'm not really into a lot of candy. Now my husband loves jelly beans, and he could eat he would get into the girls' baskets, and I love him. and eat those jelly beans. But you know what? We don't want our champs at home with us eating a lot of jelly beans. So look what we did. So more than candy, our girls liked what, honey? More than candy, they liked?
Rocks. Money.
Thank you. They liked money. So what I did, and it's really important that whatever task I have my kids do or your champs do, I always have things in a container. There's a therapy called Teach, and it talks about setting up workstations. I'm a big fan of that. So when it comes time to actually do an activity, I like to have everything set up in a container. So I tell the champs, I'll say, okay, guess what's in these eggs? You know, look at, and we'll talk about coins. You know, so this is also a life skill. It's an academic skill. We'll talk about pennies, how many pennies make a nickel, how many pennies make a dime, how many pennies make a quarter, and then how many dimes and nickels make a quarter. Thank you. So we're getting this. This is raw. This is raw. So we're looking at this, and so anyway, when they find an egg, I don't like them to actually open the egg right away. I'll say, shake the egg. Now, can you guess what coin is in this egg? And you know, I'll have them kind of weigh it. Does it feel heavy? Not? Okay. So they'll go, oh, I think it is. What do you think, honey? What do you think is in here?
Quarter.
Quarter. Let's see. It's a nickel. All right. So nickels are heavy, right? So then the champion, what I'll do is I'll say, can you find the nickel and put it in the correct compartment? And the nickel's already there because I'm already modeling for them, and they will find the match. And then we'll go through, and all the eggs that they find, we'll do the same. And then when they find a golden egg, they open it, and it's actually $1. So that's kind of a big deal. And they put the dollar, I start to call this their bank. So imagine after several days of your champion hunting, you know, these eggs, you might have like $5, $4, whatever. And then from that, they can decide, you know, do they want to go to the store? Do they want to purchase something? Maybe you go to the store for them. But this becomes their bank that they keep all week. So it's pretty cool because you can go through and actually count up the coins and figure out how much money is in their egg bank. So that's a lot of fun to do. Also with the eggs, I have my husband separate the different colors. Anytime you don't want to do money, you can put the different colors in the eggs, and when they find the eggs, they can take out the jelly beans and sort those by colors, and that's a lot of fun. Let me show you something that I kind of enjoy, that I think is pretty cool. I had my husband help me with this. It's matching capital letters with lowercase letters. And it's something that you probably already have at home. So these are just white spoons. I got at Walmart. And then these are the clear spoons. So what we want our champ to do, if they can't do 5 at a time, we can take these off and we can do 2 at a time. And you're going to say big A, A, what starts with A? Apple, anteater. You know, you talk about the A. And then you ask them, you'll have them choose. I'll even take this one off and say, okay, sweetie, this is a capital A. Which one is the baby A, the little A? And they'll select that, and they'll put that right on top of there. How cool is that, right? So you can work on your letters, the capitals, and the lowercase doing this project. And what we did is we put them under here, because remember I told you I like to have everything together, and we put them in baggies. So when it's time to do this project, everything is there. And let me talk about that for just a second. I didn't say. You're in our garage for a reason. The reason why you're in our garage is because I like to have a designated space in which our champions know when I go here, it's time to work. So if I were you and if you have the space, I would definitely set up that space as a workspace. So your champ gets the clue when I go to the garage, it's time to work. It just helps set the tone, okay? Let me show you a few other things. Oh, by the way, I went to the Dollar Tree, and how adorable are these? So they have different sorts of eggs, and I love the animal eggs, and you can actually have them match the different animals. I got 2 packs of them so that I can put them, hide them, and then, hide them and ask them, okay, where's the kitty cat? Find the match, okay, and that's cool too. So there's a lot of good things with that. Okay, now, toilet paper. You know, toilet paper, I'm telling you, my girls in LA were telling me how bad the toilet paper shortage is. And I'm like, there's no shortage, there's no problem. I went to go get toilet paper yesterday at Walmart, no toilet paper. But I remember that I had done this years and years ago. I took toilet paper rolls, put numbers on them, and then I picked up these coins. I don't even know where they're from. They're like really lightweight. And I think I probably got them at a thrift store. And so what you can do is you can have your champion count by putting coins in these toilet paper containers. So 1, feed it 1. Okay, feed the next one 2. 1, 2. Feed the next one 3 and have them count with you. 1, 2, 3. And then I have all the rest of the rolls behind there. Now, if you want to have your champ work on their fine motor, you can have them use tongs. Now, I'm not good at this, you know. And then they can actually feed the toilet paper roll with these tongs. And this is a great activity to help them with their fine motor. And the reason why we want to develop their fine motor is because that's how they write. It's important. All right, so let's put this aside. I hope that you're enjoying this so far. I know I am. All right, the next one. I got this at the 99-cent store, and it was one of those party platters. So what I did is I put the numbers in there, and then to work on counting, I also purchased animals. So honey, can you hand me that orange? Yes. So as I said, all the items that I have are all in containers, and they're all organized. So I have a ton of animals in here. Now, you can do Legos, you can do coins, you can do rocks, whatever. But one of the things that I like to do is while we're doing a task in counting, I like to talk about things. So, ooh, what's this? Do you know what that is? So we're going to work on the vocabulary right now. That is a scorpion. Where do you find scorpions? Oh, yes, in the desert. Okay, so we have only one scorpion. Where shall we put it? Let's put it on the number 1. All right, now look at this. I have 2 animals. What do these animals have in common? They have how many legs?
4.
Good, Rob. They have 4 legs. How many tails?
1.
Each one has a tail, and how many ears does each one have?
2.
2, good. So we're going to put this in the number 2. So we try to categorize them by how items are alike. And you can do that with just about anything that you have. So I use this for a lot of different things. Now, another thing that I like, and I don't know if you have heard of this, but I did a lot of this when I was trying to help certain champs learn how to count. It's called TouchMath. This is so cool. And I can go ahead and send you a copy if you want to, but it's neat. So TouchMath, what it does is there are certain touch points on each number that help that child count. So you can see one has one darkened circle, two darkened circles, three, 4, 5. But look at this. Whenever there's a darkened circle with a circle around it, you tap twice on that. So if I'm going to add 4 plus 6, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How cool is that? So this is just another easy way to help them with their math problems. You can do math problems with this touch math and with counters, but you know what? You don't always have counters. So if you have this number line where the kids can see it, they can touch the numbers, and it is so great for them because it's sensory, right? And it's kinesthetic. You're actually touching, and you're involved, and you're interacting with this with your sense of touch. All right, now another thing I wanted to show you that's really cool, and you talk about raw material. This is raw. All right, so here we go from Amazon. I ordered something. Look at what I did. So I opened it up. I used a marker, and I made 3 circles. And now I have paper clips. And while Rob is filming that, I am going to go get a pen. And this is what we can do with our chimps. Look how easy this is. So I'm going to make, right now I'm going to make all the things that I'm going to do with my champ an addition problem. I have Post-its, so I'm going to go 2. Plus 3 equals what? And then I'm going to use the counters. I'm going to hold this down because we feel a little breeze. So right now I'm using paper clips because everyone has paper clips around the house. I'm going to say, all right, sweetheart, put 2 paper clips in the circle. 1, 2. Yes. All right. Now let me stop right now because some champs are going to go, wait a minute. This is too much like school. I don't want to do this. I'm done. Well, let me tell you what my secret weapon is. All right, put it right there, Rob. I'm going to get my secret weapon. I have 2 of them. I have 2 secret weapons that I use and you can use with your champ. Now, if I have a champ that's extremely resistant to do something I've asked them to do, I will get a puppet. Hi, Ricky. Hi, how are you? I'm great, but my friend Jimmy needs help with his work. Do you think you could help him? Sure. Hi, Jimmy. Yes, okay. So can you help Jimmy count? Yeah, Jimmy, you want me to help you count? All right. I don't know what it is about a puppet, but a champ won't work for me, but he'll work for a puppet. Now, do you need a nice puppet like this? No. Go to your husband's sock drawer, get his sock, draw a couple eyeballs on his sock, and you're good to go. Okay? The other thing, thank you so much, honey. You're just like the best teacher's assistant ever. The other thing that I do, and you saw this yesterday, is I'll just put on a mask. And if my kid's not doing it for me, I'll put on the mask and I'll say, hello, can I help you with your mouth? You want to do your mouth with me? Okay, good. I know it's cornball. I know it is, but I'm going to tell you right now it works. Because if they see me, a lot of times they're like, no, mom, no, dad, definitely not dad. But they see some other, it's like, it freaks them out. It's like, what do you want, a mask? Who is that? What's going on? So then it kind of redirects them and engages them to actually do the activity. So you can see how this rolls out. You have 2, and then you ask them to do 3, and then, or Timmy or whoever you're going to ask them to, and then you're going to go 2 plus 3, and then you can either have them move it over, which I usually do this, and just go, okay, baby, count that for me. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's write the number 5. Okay, this is, once again, kinesthetic. Okay, it is kinesthetic learning, and you're saying, oh, Sandy, my kid knows all his math and everything. I go, well, once again, we're going to just do some things to help them feel independent and active, and really make sure that they're getting things done during their day. All right, another thing that I have for you is Bible Fish. I think this was a couple of dollars from Amazon, and it's like the Go Fish, but it has lots of different Bible sayings. So thank you, God, for good food to eat. Thank you, God, for my pets. And this is a real easy game to teach your kids. And when you're playing Go Fish with your champions, if they're trying to learn how to play the game, you've got to break it down. So in the beginning, I suggest that you look at his cards and you let him look at your cards so he knows what to ask for. All right, later on you can get sophisticated and have him hide his cards or whatever. But when he's trying to learn a game in the beginning, let him see exactly how that game is played by having all the cards on the upside, the picture side, so that you can instruct him on what he needs to ask for to get a book or whatever. And one last thing before we move forward is I want you to look at this table. So this was my recent project. It's called my penny table. And this is something that your champs can definitely do, especially those of your champs that like to do DIY projects. You can get a small project, collect your pennies, wash your pennies. I used ketchup, and I squirted the ketchup on the pennies, washed them with a brush, and some of them came out really shiny and some didn't. But then I glued them on and then put epoxy over it, 3 different coats. And it's just a beautiful table. It'll go outside. But I am giving you this information because there are a lot of projects around the house that you can have your champ do. With this table, you can count coins. You can section it off and have them count how many coins are in this section. I am going to ask you to send me your estimation on how many coins you think is on this table. All right, so if you want to guess, let me know, and later on I will actually post that. Thank you so much for joining me today, and there will be more sessions in the next couple weeks. Our next session is going to be sensory, and then the session after that is living skills. God bless you guys.